I'm just going to give you a really quick overview of ionMy and some main points that we want to show you. So what you're looking at here on my screen is our compliance app. This is mobile and tablet friendly, and it's generally used by carers as the initial point of data entry. There's no records visible here. It's basically your blank forms, so your incident forms, your compliments, complaints, feedback forms, your hazard forms, plus a link into your company documents if that was set up in your ionMy system. We can have your staff and client demographics pushed from another system, for example, Malika into ionMy, and you may also have your incidents entered into another system, whatever it may be, and then pushed into ionMy for continued management of that, or you may choose to enter your incidents directly into ionMy. So I'll just take you into a form. I'm not going to take you through the full form, but just wanted to point out a few areas here. So when you implement ionMy, you do get a vanilla set of forms. Those forms include the field names, the drop-down values, and so on. During our implementation, you can go ahead with our standard forms, or we can customize these to suit your needs, where we can rename fields, change the values in the drop-downs, and make fields mandatory, hide them if you're not going to use them, and so on. So as you scroll through, so this area here, person involved type, this is who's involved in the incident. You'll see here that's staff. When you click on the name, that brings up your staff names. So that is interfaced from another system and kept up to date. So you're not having to manage that information. Same for if I change that to community care client, the names automatically populate from what has come from your other system. And we just select who we want that to be. We have what we call our category trees, and these have a few purposes. They determine what questions are asked the staff member to complete when they're doing this form, plus it sends off some alerts once that form's submitted. So this that we're looking at here is a very simple form. We'd like to keep it easy for staff to enter details at the point of entry, and then once we get in to manage those incidents, you'll see extra questions. So we just enter in the information here. I just wanted to show you that these forms, you're not stuck with just the one incident form. We can have different types. So, for example, I've selected now that this is a medication incident. I still get my standard questions, but then I have this continue to next page where the system is dynamically presenting to staff the extra questions that you want them to complete at the time of initial data entry. Once that's done, we can just hit submit, and any alerts get triggered and get sent to whoever needs to know in the organisation. So that takes us to what we call our core system. This is generally used by our supervisors and managers, where they can manage all records, they can assign tasks, and of course run your valuable reports. It's a very easy system to navigate. So we have our top menus, and under those we have our menu level 2 or our sub-menus and registers. So you see there how everything just pops up to go to the different areas throughout the system. Here we're going to jump into our incident register. Bear in mind that today, for the demonstration purposes, I'm logged in as an administrator user group level. So I'm seeing the full organisation, and I can see that by the units here. Depending on your user group or your staff user group will determine what records they can see and what they can actually do with those records. So this incident register, if you were using another system to enter your incidents, they would be interfaced, mapped into ionMy, and they would be showing on this register for you to be able to manage. Or if you enter them into ionMy via the app, again, they're here in this register to manage. So we're just going to have a quick look in here at a couple of more points that I want to show to you. Basically, all of the incident information is here. There's extra questions for completion. And again, like the compliance app, we can modify these forms to suit what you need. and what you want to capture. But a great embedded integration and added value is our multi-link table. So if we have a look here, we're able to link records throughout the system. So you see this incident that I'm on has been linked to another related incident record. So that might have been an incident where 2 people are involved, where you have 2 separate records to manage those, but the incidents are linked in the background so that you do know that they're associated. Plus, it's also been pushed up to our continuous improvement register and a risk. It's linked to a risk record. Lastly, I just want to have a look at some reports. So ionMy comes with a suite of default reports, which we can modify during or post implementation. And once you've got your own ionMy champions, they will also have the skills to be able to modify these reports or to create your own. So to view a report, you simply click on the report name, and that takes us to the report. Or in this instance, it's a dashboard, so we can do dashboards as well. Reports are real time, so if you had important records from another system that are mapped into ionMy, they're automatically reportable on, as are records that you enter directly into ionMy. Reports can also be scheduled, so if you have a monthly meeting and you take a suite of reports with you, or you have a report that you like to see every week or every fortnight, you can schedule these reports and they'll automatically get sent to your email instead of you having to think about running the report. And they can also be exported, so Excel, Word, PDF, whatever it may be, whatever format. And I think that brings us to the end of what I have to show you.